on the Xbox Internet, and today I'm going to be doing a different video than normal. I'm going to be doing a topic video. So today's topic video is called My Jobs, which basically I'm going to go through all my jobs that I've had in the past and all my jobs that I've currently got. So let's get right through it. So the first job I had was in childcare at the age of 16. The school that I was at, called Cadet School, they provided me with this job. It's basically not a real job, it was just work experience and such. And I was only there for 3 days because apparently they said that me being an adult, me being a boy, at the age of 16, they turned around and said, we don't want you to work here anymore because we think you're a pedophile. So, and apparently they told the school that they didn't want me to work there, so I was like, fuck this, I can't be arsed with this, so yeah. My next job, I was the age of 17. And it was for Gist, which is about 2 minutes away from my family house. And yeah, so basically the job that I was doing was basically looking, I was going to say looking after kids, but it wasn't. That was the last job. This job is basically like stacking pallets for a company called Marks and Spencer's, which I think, if I've got my facts right, is a British company. If I'm wrong, then I do apologise. But my next job is, oh yeah, and they also had like time management, so it was like 300 pallets in an hour, which no one physically could do. I mean, it was like getting towards Christmas, and not, you think about it, right? It's like not pallets, it was like big box tray things which have like really heavy turkeys in, and you would be like doing 100, you should be doing like 1,000 in one. The next job was Sainsbury's, which, if I have my facts right, is a Greek company which came over to Britain, and then it was basically was taken over and then became like a British company called Sainsbury's. And that was basically the same as Gist, but instead I was an online shopper for them at the age of 17 again. And yeah, so the next job I worked at, which this job that I'm showing you is pretty funny. I used to work for Subway. When I say work, I didn't really work there for long. I worked there for about 5 hours, and then they turned around and said, we don't want you working here because you don't know how to make a sandwich. Which, fair enough. I was like 17 and I didn't know how to make a sandwich, which was ridiculous. The next job I got was working at Game in their warehouse in Basingstoke. And I would work there from November 2015 to January 2000. No, that's wrong. November 2014 to January 2015. Sorry. And I basically was like stacking boxes. I was getting games for people. I actually got to see like new releases. Like I saw the new Call of Duty. I also got to see loads of other games, which such as like the new WWE game I got to see, and I got to see like the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Ones, like the Call of Duty Xbox One I got to see, the PlayStation 4 with GTA included in it, I got to see, and the next one is, this is the job that I've still got, and these two jobs are the ones that I still do. I am currently a creator for YouTube, plus I work for the cooperative. If you don't know what the cooperative is or YouTube, then go Google it up. But basically YouTube, how I got the job with YouTube is someone from YouTube said, how would you feel about being an editor? And I said, great, what do I need to do? Because I don't know how to edit. And they were like, we'll give you the training on editing and such. So yeah, the cooperative I started September 2015, and I'm still going strong, and it's 2016 now, so I've been there a year. But we've had the ups and downs of me being fired and me then coming back into working and such for them. But in the meantime, I still had the job with YouTube and such. I've gone from being an editor to it's basically the process. There's a spider. The process that it goes now is you start from the bottom, as in like you work for someone else as as an editor, as an animator, as whatever, um, and then you can one sec. Then you go from being an editor to whatever you want to become. So I started as an editor, then I went on to become an animator. Um, not I was like doing doodle animation, if that's not what you mean. Do you know what that means? So like when you see like draw my life videos, um, I was doing that sort of like animation and such. And the other things I was doing was like playing games for people to enjoy. And then I started my channel in 2011 when I left school. It was basically like edit it for someone else, and then someone said, "Why don't you just make your own channel? Because we're running out of money." So I did. So these are some of the questions I get asked, which I asked um, on Twitter ages ago, but I've just basically got round to the video. One of the questions I got is how do you get a job? Basically apply. And also, if you're going to apply for a job, also do like research and such. Like, don't go for like a job. If you want like a job to be like gardener, but then no, you're looking for a job in gardening, but you applied for like a job as a builder, then you've basically applied for the wrong job. And some places need like qualifications, like people that like the way I got my job at the cooperative is they looked and they were like, "You've got a job at doing, you've got experience in customer service and such." So yeah, one sec. Where is it? Oh, you fucking. Where is it now? Sorry, whilst I'm recording this, there is a spider that's just keeps turning up. Um, So yeah, just look for a job that you want. One of the next question is, what is the longest job you've ever had? I've had a job for the longest job I've ever had was lasted me 5 years, and that's YouTube. That is the longest job that I've had, and well, it's not 5 years just yet. It's next month will be my 5th anniversary of my main channel, as well as starting YouTube and such. When did you start working? I started working at the age of 16, and it was just interesting to do and such. But yeah, so I started at the age of 16, and it's just brilliant and such. Why do I have two jobs? I have two jobs because one is like a hobby job, whereas the other one is one that like gets me out of the house and such. How is working? Working is fine. If you But working two jobs is not very helpful. Basically, I would say just stick to one job, because it's basically like I'll come home at like, because of the job with the cooperative, it's like different shifts and such. So I could be working from like 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. and then I would have to record a video, edit the video, and then upload the video. And if I'm like recording, editing, and then like I have to go for my shift and then come back, and then I'd have to spend mostly all night getting up, or even if I didn't have enough time. So if I had like 5 videos that I was gonna like space out in time, and I like edited it in one day, then I would then such. How do I get a job? You just apply to places, as I've recently said, um, and um, yeah, just apply. I mean, I would say like come talk to me more for advice, but I'm not good with jobs and shit. So yeah, and what is my ideal job? My ideal job would actually be a teaching assistant, to be telling the truth. But that went down the drain when I went to college, and they were like, "Yeah, you're not gonna pass or anything, like you won't get to like the stage of being a teaching assistant. So I just thought, just gave up on that dream. So then I just went for YouTube and kept that going, and then I just got part-time jobs and such. Um, are you hiring? Basically, that's talking about. This is basically like when I first had my company, which was called iRaters Industry, and it was like basically I was hiring people for editing. They would animate for me. They would do all sorts of stuff. But then that went down the drain and such. But I'm thinking about restarting that company again. So if you are looking for a job, then come talk to me on either console or email me at the address below. What do you do? What do I do? I do everything basically. I work, I stack shelves, I answer to customers, and I just do the usual stuff which a till person would normally do. But going to YouTube and such, it's basically editing, animating, talking to people about what videos they want, um, editing for other companies, editing for other people. Top secret, I'm open to be editing for Markiplier, um, or the Yogscast, but I'm not going to say what member. His name begins with an M. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys in the next video. Thank you for asking me those questions. If you have any more questions, or you have like a topic I should do or talk about, then stick it in the comments below. And also before you guys leave, please go check out my daily vlog videos. I do daily vlog from now on. I've been doing it for a week now, basically. I'm on day 8 right now at this very moment. So please go like, comment and subscribe, and I shall speak to you guys in the next video. Bye bye now.